How are you? This is the Zodiac readings, all signs of the Zodiac, and it's for Monday and the week ahead. Can't believe I'm saying that. The weeks go by very fast, don't they, at the moment? It's quite strange this year. A lot of people saying that they're finding this year quite difficult. I don't know how you're finding it. I don't know, I'd say it is a bit of a challenging year. I'm not going to say it's not. But I don't know. I think for some ways it seems better than 2023 for me. I think 2023 was a lot about making a lot of realisations, and 2024 is more about actually taking action and things actually starting to happen. But that I'm probably speaking mainly for our soul family, so it depends whether you resonate with the soul family, with this channel, really. But thank you for subscribing, thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, and welcome. Welcome. So it should be quite nice because I'm using the Romance Angels deck for our relationship message today. And I'm using this lovely deck for Saints and Angels for see what our spirit guides are helping us with. And then I always use this deck, or I use the Blunt Truth deck just to see another message, you know, for the energy out there. I'm drinking coffee today in one of my witch's mugs. Not that I'm not a practicing witch, but I know I obviously in a past life I was. I don't identify myself in a religion or any like Wicca or any type of religion, but I follow Eastern philosophy, so that is what I follow, which is Ramana Maharishi mainly. If you look up the guru Ramana Maharishi, or Papaji was taught by Ramana Maharishi, or Anandamayi, she didn't really have connection to either of them, but she was a guru, and if you read her teachings, they're very similar to the other two. But Ramana Maharishi is my main guru, I will say that. But it doesn't really matter whether you follow the same spiritual path as me, but I would say over time watching this channel, if you don't resonate with the spiritual path, you probably wouldn't, well, you might still resonate with the readings. You don't have to follow the same spiritual path as me. So I don't really mention the gurus that much because I just try to focus on the readings, but I don't know why, I was just drawn to share that today, really. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace across Gaia, wherever you are. And I was going to share with you the book, actually, that arrived yesterday, the Dark Crystal book. I don't know if you've ever seen the Dark Crystal, but it's a lovely film that was, the artwork was done by Brian Froud, and as well the conceptual design, apparently. And I just thought I'd share with you some things of what I'm interested in, because a lot of us are getting to know each other now, and sometimes it's quite nice to get ideas of things of what I'm interested in, and you might think, oh yeah, I'd be interested in that, or might even give you another idea of something you're interested in. But the world of the Dark Crystal, it was a film with sort of puppets, really. I don't know if there's a better use of word there, but it's a beautiful book, this one, and the artwork's amazing. I'll just quickly show you. It's gorgeous there. It's got lovely writing all about the film. Well, it's mainly actually about the characters, and can you see it's very mystical, you see? The artwork is very mystical. Brian Froud's work is very mystical. And he sort of channels it from the other side, if you know what I mean. Like, he's actually very connected with the spiritual realm. So he actually, his art is all sort of channeled through the other realm. And he, you know, it's got all sorts of diagrams and things, because it was a bit like Lord of the Rings, you know, it was like a whole world that they created with another language and all of that. But I was just trying to show you the artwork, because the artwork's just adorable. Look at these little creatures. All those little creatures. And I think there's quite a nice page here. Look at that. You know, it's just a lovely book. This is the first edition that I just bought. So it's the old, if you get the most recent edition, it looks a bit, probably might look a bit better than this, if you know what I mean. But it's I wanted the first edition because it, well, to be honest with you, it was just a bit of luck. It was on the eBay, so I was pretty blessed actually, because it wasn't even that expensive. So I'm going to get Brian to sign that. But anyway, I thought I'd just share that with you, because I thought some of you might like to see what I'm doing and what I'm into, you know, apart from tarot, of course. Tarot and spirit, consciousness. That's basically what I live and breathe. But I have got a few other little things that I like dabbling into, mainly at home, because mainly I'm at home all the time. I don't tend to go out much. Okay, so we're going to go into Taurus then. So I'll just get my little list out. And thanks for giving the video a thumbs up, by the way, because it is a small channel and it does help the video get out there in case other people might be drawn to the readings and things. Okay, so we'll go into Taurus first. Taurus for Monday and the week ahead. Let's see what messages we get for you. Ooh, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Oh dear. Right, now, the most important thing is all the relationship cards have to relate to ourselves first, because all of our relationships are a reflection of the relationship within. So this is a very good card to have, because it means that Taurus in this soul family, you are becoming a lot more committed to yourself. The commitment that you've got to yourself is going up to the next level, you know? So it's only a matter of time whereby you will, you know, find that your actual relationships go up to the next level. So that's good, isn't it? Let's see what else we're getting. Ooh. Right, you are working very hard, Taurus, in this soul family. You are working very hard to arrive in your own life and emotionally support yourself and spiritually support yourself a lot better. And you're actually becoming an expert at that. You're determined. You know, you don't care how many hours you have to put into this or how long it takes. You know, it's just like, or how much work it's going to take. You are just totally determined at the moment to just really, really, you know, be yourself and just totally look after yourself and be who you need to be, right? Oh my God, you are. This is amazing. I think you're ending you're ending something and you're really over it. And I honestly do think it's probably like the old you, if you know what I mean. And you're just done. But it may involve that you were betrayed by people, you know, and you know, people have caused you a great pain. But you're sort of understanding now that in being betrayed by others, that was only happening really ultimately because you were betraying yourself. And now you absolutely mean business. You're not ever going to do that to yourself again. And you're just determined. Do you see what I mean? Look how hard you're working. You're working so hard to just put this all behind you now. And just keep moving forward. To emotionally and spiritually care and commit for yourself. So it's incredible, really. Let's see what else we're getting. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so somebody is acknowledging, you know, this may be on like an unconscious level. This may not be like that they're consciously saying this to you, but it may be something that they could be having a realization about. Okay, somebody could be having a realization that, you know, you have been the best thing in their life. But this will be happening because you are realizing that you are the best thing in your life. You are realizing that you are the best thing in your life, and that this is where your commitment now lies. And somebody's going to be awakening to that. Whether they tell you that or not, I don't know, but they will sense and realize, because everything's energetic, and the frequency you are now giving out is that you are the best thing in your life. You know, not in an egotistical way, but it's just the highest honour to spirit, isn't it? To honour yourself first and foremost, because spirit made you. Spirit is helping you to move. Okay, so take that how that resonates. For some of you, yes, you may be moving house or moving jobs, but for others of you, this could be that spirit, well, first of all, spirit is just getting you to move. You know, it's like them getting you to take action. That is without a doubt. And the action they're getting you to take is all forms of action that involve you committing to yourself and working for your own emotional and spiritual well-being. So it's a lovely energy. That is a lovely energy from spirit there, isn't it? You can just feel it, sort of all the chakras coming alive, and spirit is just flowing through you and just making you compelled to just move and do whatever spirit wants you to do. So I'm sending you lots of love, Taurus. We're going to go into Virgo now. Virgo for Monday and the week ahead. Let's see what we get. I'm trying to sit further away from the... I am trying, because I always end up sitting so close to the camera, which I know is not the most nicest thing when you're watching. I don't know why I do it. Spatial awareness problem that I've got. Right, Virgo. Virgo for Monday and the week ahead. Let's see what we get for you, my dears. Soulmate. Oh, yes, this is your soulmate. Now, first and foremost, you are becoming your own soulmate, because everything is a reflection, right? So you are becoming your own soulmate, which means being at one with your soul instead of that voice inside your head, which is the superego, the critical inner parent. Yeah, no, you're not doing that now. You're like, no, I'm not listening to that voice. I have to listen to my soul, my heart. Beautiful. Well done, Virgo. Not easy to do with Virgo placements. Virgo does have a strong mind activity, but, you know, going actually deeper into the soul here. And you could be becoming a vibrational match for a soulmate because of this. You're working very hard. You're in a time of progress now. All right, things are actually starting to progress for you, and you may be working with a number of people to make things happen. You are at the beginning phases, but Spirit is confirming that this is very good news for you. You're building up to something which is good news for you. It's an exciting opportunity. It's something you're very attracted to. All right. Sorry, I'm a bit... I don't know, I haven't got a cold, but... and my throat's better today, by the way, because I had a really bad throat the other day. So I'm feeling a lot better, but I'm a bit sniffy. conflict, feeling conflicted, but you're being careful. You're being careful. It feels like a struggle. Perhaps you're not feeling conflicted, but you might just feel like things are a bit of a struggle at the moment. You know, maybe there is something you're a bit conflicted about as well. But I think you're going to stand your ground and you're going to do the wisest thing, you know. You're not allowing yourself to get drawn into drama over this or get too conflicted. You're going to be very wise and careful with your energy, you know, before you proceed. Okay, so this is good. Because there's obviously something here coming up, which is good news for you, but somehow it involves some sort of, you know, struggle or... Okay, the external reality here, somebody saying this or a situation saying, I am not available, okay? And the only reason that that's happened is because you haven't been available for yourself, okay? So now you're making progress with that, aren't you? And you are becoming more available to yourself. You are becoming your own soulmate. You're not just following the critical inner parent in your head telling you you should be doing this, you should be doing that, da 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 da. You're actually going into your soul. Yeah, your soul. And you're becoming more available to yourself, and you're making very good progress with that. It's very good news for you, but it is the beginning stages, so it's still going to feel like a bit of a struggle sometimes. And you might sometimes feel like you're still not getting enough validation in return for the amount of progress you're trying to make. But, you know, if you keep on track, you'll get there, you know, and you will get the validation that you deserve. Oh, this card just came through for Taurus, actually, but I'll shuffle again. But Spirit is compelling you to move, okay? I did start this video by saying that I do feel 2024 is more of a year of action. 2023 was a lot about realizations, you know, and reflections. But this year seems to be much more a year of actual movement, and Spirit is actually trying to make you move. So, you know, it does feel a bit of a struggle sometimes, and sometimes you might feel a bit stubborn, like you don't want to rush things and you're not sure about what you need to do. But Spirit is kind of saying, yes, you do know what you need to do, and we do want you to do it. They're also talking about playing music as being quite therapeutic, and I've been doing a lot of that lately. I've really discovered some music that just feels very, you've got the card Pray there as well, because that was actually upside down. Play music, pray and move. I mean, it's like they're trying to get you in touch with yourself at the moment more and more, with the ultimate aim of getting you to take action. You know, so that's the message we're getting here, Virgo. I think you are being wise not to rush things, but at the same time, don't be put off by the feeling that it's a bit of a struggle. You know, it's probably most likely Spirit's getting you in tune with yourself, in touch with yourself, so that you will just say, right, okay, I know what I need to do and I just need to do it now. So that you're probably on the verge of that happening this week, maybe, or next week. So I hope that helps. Let's go into Capricorn. Capricorn for Monday and the week ahead. I hope you're doing okay. Okay, so you've got the card Getting to Know Each Other. Okay, so you may be getting to know somebody a bit better at the moment, but also this is a mirror to you. Most importantly, getting to know yourself better. You know, getting to know yourself as you really are, not as how you would like to be in your head, but how you really actually are in reality. And if you've got any blocks on that and you're not sure and you get confused, just book in for a birth chart with me, because that is the best way to do it. That's what Spirit told me. Okay. Now, what else are we getting, Capricorn? You have got this sort of new opportunity that you're excited about, and it is like a whole new chapter for you. It's like something you can really get your teeth into. It could have really come out the blue without you even searching for it, and it's something that you do feel very passionate about. You might feel a bit daunted or immature about it, and it may take you into the realm of studying or learning more in some way, possibly. But in any case, the most important thing, you know, a new chapter does beckon, and you do feel very passionate about it, and you just got to make sure that you don't get too distracted or unfocused. Okay, now Spirit is saying that this is all about you following your true alignment now, getting yourself on track, and you know, getting yourself tuned in to yourself about, you know, actually, how would I really like to live my life? You know, how would I really like to live my life, and who would I really like to be? You know, really, truly, not in my head, but really, truly. And it just feels like Capricorn and the soul family are really lining up with that. Something is happening at this point in your life which is predestined, okay? Like I said, I did get the feeling with this card that you didn't really go looking for something, it just kind of came to you. And it is confirmed by the Wheel of Fortune and to the Queen of Wands. You're just ready to go for it now. It's like, wow, this is, there is definitely a sense of this is predestined. This is kind of beyond your control, and it's now time for you to just go for it. And it could just simply be about the fact that you really have an opportunity here to do something for yourself that is so necessary in this lifetime. Oh, this card's come out again. I will pick another one though. Somebody is saying I'm not available, and it may be that that has been the case, that somebody hasn't been available, but it's because you haven't been available for yourself. But now you are becoming available for yourself, so that Wheel of Fortune is now turning. Okay, somebody saying I will wait for a sign from you. So yeah, I think things are going to change. I think you're tuning in, you're getting signs about yourself, okay? You're getting a sense of the signs, you know, following the star, tuning in, the feeling of destiny in your life at the moment, and then really the next few days really going for it. Really feeling inspired to just finally just go for it, you know. Spirit is helping you with a learning experience. Okay, so that is, you know, I think we know in this soul family on this channel that everything is a learning experience from Spirit. You know, that is confirmation to not really have any regrets, but just to be like, you know, this is all helping me grow. And, you know, Spirit is helping me learn through these experiences so very much. And it is a predestined time in my life. And I am now aligning much better to myself, my true self. You know, and there's an opportunity here for a new chapter. And you're just, if you've been wondering whether to hold off any longer, I think you're going to be going for it the next few days, okay? So I'm sending you lots of love, Capricorn. Amazing. Okay, let's go into Aquarius. Aquarius for Monday and the week ahead. See what we get for you. Oh, flirt. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. So somebody may be flirting with you, or there could be a situation that is sort of like coming in, and it's like, oh, this situation could be for me, you know. But equally, it's like you're being more playful. You're being more playful. you know, with yourself. You're being more playful with life, and perhaps not putting so much pressure on it, you know, but actually just like being more lighthearted and just more real to who you are, you know, taking the heaviness out of things, you know. So there could be some different situations arising that could be like you actually seeing it as something that could be quite fun or, you know, good for you. Now you have got here, oh, I hate bending down like that when I'm doing readings, I hate that. You have got here double cards here for New Beginning. This is something for your health or your abundance levels coming in, and it just does feel very new, and it might feel a bit like, oh, you know, you're right on the edge, and it might make you feel a little bit either unprepared or just a bit nervous. It does involve you releasing. Okay, you are having to release. I think heavy energy is being released at this time. Heavy energy, karmic energy. For some of us, it's going to be like old identity, releasing more of that. It's not me, you know. And getting such clarity and vision for who you are, where you're going in your life with the Queen of Swords. She doesn't let anything get in her way. You're not letting anything get in your way now. You're much clearer. Your energy could sometimes come across a bit cold, but it is what it is, because you've got to a good point now. I think you're well aware that you've got an opportunity here, and I think you really want to take that opportunity, but I think it does make you feel a bit nervous in some sort of way. But you kind of realise that all the old stuff is going. So actually, you know, you've got a lot more vision and knowledge now and clarity to actually proceed than maybe you realise. And probably the next few days you're going to realise, yeah, I am actually in a good position to proceed. Somebody connected to you saying, we will be together again. Okay, or maybe it's a situation that's going to come back around again. And I think that is obviously a mirror to the fact that you are coming back together with yourself again. You know, you might have veered off for a while, but now you're coming back to you. And, you know, you might feel a bit childlike at times and playful. It's like, God, it's actually quite nice. It's actually quite nice to have fun again and enjoy things again, you know, and I definitely feel like that. It's so nice to just have interests and things that inspire me again, and like have fun with things. So it's all good really, Aquarius. Now, your spirit guides are saying practice makes perfect. So I think, like I said before, you might feel a bit unprepared or a bit nervous, you know, to proceed. But, you know, Spirit is just kind of trying to give you the confidence, really, that just keep tuning in to, you know, this opportunity. Keep tuning into where you are, that you are ready for a new beginning. And actually, like, each time you're doing something, you are getting better at it. And, you know, you might have your regrets, you might have had your losses, but believe it or not, this time around, whatever it is you're doing, I feel like you're going to get it right this time. You know, mainly because you've kind of found yourself, you know, you're coming back together with yourself, coming back together with an opportunity again. And you're being more playful with it because you've got more of a sense of, I think, who you really are. So you're doing things differently this time. So Spirit's trying to reassure you, you know, there's nothing wrong with having another go at something. Okay, so I hope that helps. It makes sense for me. So we'll see. See what you think. I'm sending you lots of love, Aquarius. Okay, let's go into Gemini. Gemini for Monday and the week ahead. See what we get for you. Gemini. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now, for some of you, that may be, you know, yes, perhaps your love life is affected by actual children. You know, and I'm sending you my love if it is. But if it most likely is also to do with yourself, okay, and it's your own inner child. Okay, because we all have one. You know, the inner child is a lot of it is like pain body, we feel, come up. But underneath that, there is a core energy, right, that you were born with. It's not really an inner child, it is actually your core energy, you know, that you brought in from past lives, yeah. But it can feel like an inner child because essentially we could probably feel it more clearly when we were a child, you know, and a lot of that core energy probably got suppressed. So, you know, that core energy of you has to come alive again so that you can love your core energy, love your inner child, love your core energy, and then obviously become a vibrational match for love. So it's all there, you know. Let's see what else we're getting. So that's where it's really good for Gemini and this soul family at the moment to be really focused on your inner child or your core energy, however you prefer to see it. And, you know, really being acceptance and loving that. Because when you weren't doing that, it was affecting your love life, you know. So everything's coming back on track. I mean, I think you're just being really careful now to observe yourself, to make sure that you don't go into any sort of denial, that you don't have any sort of plan that's not going to work, you know, and to actually just be really true to yourself, because that's an energy of observing, you know, observing and watching watching what you're doing more clearly, you know, like watching, am I being true to me? Am I being in my core child energy, or am I slipping into super ego, you know, critical inner parent mode? Because that for me is the super ego. That is when we lie to ourselves and we think we can do more than we can, or we think that we need to act like somebody else and we really don't. Spirit does not want us to create a character or act like somebody we're not. And sometimes it takes a lot of work to unravel that, you know. But I think Gemini and this soul family, you are being very careful to say, you know what, I do count, and I don't want to pretend to be anything I'm not. I want to be me, and I mean you mean business, because this Page of Swords is a Gemini energy. So it's not easy, because I think you're going through some sort of karmic journey at the moment, and it will feel sometimes like you get a bit conflicted, or it might sometimes feel like a bit of a struggle to break the karmic pattern that you've been stuck in. This Justice card represents karma. It also represents things going more in your favour, and the Five of Wands is a struggle that you can overcome. I think Gemini and this soul family, you have been going through some sort of internal battle with yourself, and I hope you don't mind me saying that. I have got Gemini in my chart. Oh God, here we go. Sorry, I've got to go and answer the door. Don't know what this is. Hello. Thank you. dear. Sorry about that. It's annoying when that happens. Oh, it's always when I'm filming that I seem to get these deliveries turned. Oh dear, right, so yeah, I think there's been some kind of internal conflict going on. I mean, that's what I'm being shown. I can only say what I see in the cards, and you've been conflicted about something, but you are about to figure this out once and for all. You are about to figure it out with that Justice card. I know that's what's going on, you know, and it's not easy, but you're figuring it out finally that quite honestly, you're not going to get drawn into drama either with other people or drama in your own head. And you're like, I've got to be me. I've got to be sure that I am being me and stop letting my head muck me about on this. Oh, how interesting. Somebody in your vicinity is saying, I knew exactly what I was doing, right? And then that's like a reflection of you. You knew, it's weird, on a certain level, you knew you were doing this. On a certain level, you know that your mind's been playing tricks on you. Quite strange. So somebody may have been trying to manipulate you, yeah? But on another level, you knew you have known, maybe not completely, but you've had a sense at times that you've sort of been manipulating yourself. And your mind's been playing tricks on you, sort of thing, and getting you to act in ways that you sort of know weren't really you. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but it's what I'm getting shown. Okay, because it's like somebody knew exactly what they were doing. But I think you're coming home to yourself and you're finally breaking down the karma and you're realising and you're seeing it clearly now. And you're like, do you know what? I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to stop it because I don't know, it's like you may have just either lied to yourself about something and not been brutally honest with yourself about how you really felt about something, you know? And now I think you are being very truthful with yourself, and it marks the beginning of a more favourable chapter for you, honestly. Oh gosh, I don't know, some of you might like this, some of you might not. Your spirit guides are giving you the mother card, okay? And you can take this how it resonates. For some of you, that might be a very personal message about your mother. But for others of you, that could well be, on a deeper level, it will be regardless, about mothering yourself, finally. You know, that you do need to mother yourself. And maybe for some of you, this has been a mother issue, or your mother is trying to send you love from the other side, you know. It could have been your mother that affected your inner child and your ability to accept your core energy. But you're breaking it down now. And you're learning to be the best mother you can be to yourself and allow your inner child to shine, allow your core energy to shine out, not lie to yourself and say, do you know what, I've got to be real about this situation, all right? And you have more favourable time ahead. So I'm sending you lots of love. I hope that helps, Gemini. I've got a crack on here. I'm doing it yet again. I always sort of, I love going into the readings and then I'm like, I'm going to run out of time. Got to get my little girl from school soon. Right, Libra for Monday and the week ahead. What do you get? Oh, I just got that for Gemini. I'll shuffle again, but inner child. This is your core energy shining through. You're being much more your true self at the moment. Well done. It could be that, you know, that has been affecting your, you know, love life. Perhaps you weren't acting like your true self, but I think you are now. And you're also, your love life is ascending to the next level. Okay, and that means your love of yourself, your love of your own inner child, your love of your own core energy is starting to go to the next level. And you know I've got loads of Libra in my chart, yeah? And I really relate to that. It's just brilliant to be like, oh, you know, I do actually like being me, and I sort of got a better grasp of who I actually am now, and it's actually quite nice. and it's quite nice to be me, you know. It's nice, isn't it? So things could be improving for you on a lot of different levels. It may have felt a little bit like hard work lately and a bit boring at times, or a bit like, God, is this worth it? Yeah, I can relate to that. I think it has felt a bit like that lately. But Spirit is confirming, yes, you've got the Hierophant. Hierophant is like, you know, a difficult time is leading to an awakening. You're following the right higher path, and you're very committed to yourself. You're very committed to your path. You are following the truth as you see it. And so, yes, it is absolutely worth it, okay? That's what Spirit is confirming for you. They are, I mean, this is quite a, yeah, I mean, if it feels to you at the moment, Libra, and I'm talking to the Libras in this soul family who watch this channel particularly, if you feel like there's a hell of a lot going on in your life right now, I'm being shown in the cards that that is the case. And it's a very, very pivotal time for you to make some really big changes and to really get things sorted, you know. And Spirit is sort of not really allowing you to move forward on certain endeavours until certain things do get sorted and come into balance, okay? So, because you have got a lot of major arcana cards, you know, you've got the Hierophant to the Hangman to the Justice. Spirit is definitely getting you to see things from a different perspective and getting you to awaken, get you to commit to yourself. Somebody, this is weird. I left when I saw you with someone. Okay, that's a very insecure energy I'm being shown there. It might not be needed to be taken so specifically. That may not have actually happened, that somebody left when they saw you with someone else. It's an insecure energy that I'm reading from that. And that is just simply because you've had insecure people in your life because you were very insecure. But I think you have been working so hard at that, you know, not being so insecure, at really getting to the bottom of your core energy and getting real clarity over who you are, so you're not really so insecure anymore. And that's been quite tiring, and, you know, it's not always work that gets recognised by others, but the most important thing is Spirit is recognising the work you've been doing to become less insecure, you know. Spirit's recognising that you are trying to awaken and end a karmic pattern of being extremely insecure in yourself and perhaps not having clarity over who you were and being true to who you were. But I'm being shown that that is now changing, partly because Spirit has been working with you, believe it or not. Spirit's been keeping you a bit, maybe a bit stuck in a way, because that's what Spirit's been wanting you to learn. And it's really interesting. This is going to blow your mind. Your Spirit guides are supporting you with marriage. You've got the marriage card. And that's amazing because you've also got the engagement card. Okay, and you've also got this card here. Well, actually, that's not the Hierophant. Why did I say that? That is actually the Emperor. This deck is confusing because that so looks like the Hierophant to me. It's the Emperor. You're making things happen. You are making things happen. You are you are coming into such a commitment with yourself, Libra. And I'm sorry I got that card wrong, but it doesn't really matter too much. I mean, you are being guided to make things happen. Spirit is giving you permission for things to finally happen. And because what they're saying is nothing will happen until certain things are dealt with. And I think Spirit is saying they've got you committed to that. So, you know, like previously, I know I was like this. I was keep getting distracted and allowing my ego to pull me off my path and do other things. Partly because I was actually very genuinely confused, honestly, which is when we're confused, that's karma. But you are working towards making things happen, and it may have been tiring, it may have been boring, it may have felt like you were stuck, but what I'm being shown in the cards, the commitment you've had to yourself and your journey is finally paying off. Spirit is now giving you the next week. It's blessing. Spirit is blessing you and saying, yes, you can now proceed. Okay? And things are going to go more in your favour. So I hope that helps. I'm sorry if that was a bit of a long-winded message there, Libra. I'm sorry if it was, but I can only do what I can. I'm going to try my best. There you go. It's all about to happen. To get the Emperor card is very good because it means Spirit is allowing you to take action. And it is quite strange because it is coupled with the what do you call it? Oh dear, I must be tired because I'm just not coming out with the right words. The Hangman. It is coupled with the Hangman, which is funny because that's about usually delays and being stuck. And the Emperor is about being given permission to take action. But I think it's more because they've been trying to awaken you to the things they want you to do. Do the things they want you to do, and then everything else will start to move forward because you have the Justice card. Okay? So I hope that does give you clarity. And I'm sending you lots of love. Right, I will push forward. Let's go into Leo. Gilbert is snoring away, distracting me now. Oh, he's down on the floor. You can't see him, he's not on the sofa. Gilbert, shh, 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 shh. Can't concentrate. Okay, Leo for Monday and the week ahead. Ooh, romantic feelings are real. They are worth exploring. Oh, Leo. You've got romantic feelings, they're worth exploring. Right, so that's quite nice, isn't it? That is quite nice. Somebody might have romantic feelings for you. You might have romantic feelings for them. But also, you just being more in love with yourself. Papaji said the true romance is a romance of the self. That's our main aim. Yeah, to have a romance with yourself. And then once you do that, other romances follow. So you've been putting your foot down saying, do you know what? And it might not even be romance you're interested in. You might be trying to get your career going or other areas going. Maybe something else going in your life that you know needs to happen. And it is going to happen because you are really falling in love with yourself. I love it. You've had a lot of progress, okay? You might have been communicating with a lot of people, or you might have been dealing with multiple things. Hell of a lot's been going on. And I really will say to you that this has been a time of great progress because Spirit is actually moving it forward. There's a lot of energy from Spirit here because you've got the Judgment card as well, which indicates that Spirit is working behind the scenes to support you. And it's all about the fact that you're having some sort of wake-up call, you're making a decision, things are being revealed to you. It's massive. Yeah, really loving yourself, really being in tune with yourself. You've got the Queen of Cups. I mean, she is like the queen of romance. So yes, you are having a romance with yourself. And I think you're really turning things on their head, okay? You're really changing things up. We've got the Tower card here. It was in reversed. I don't really read reversals with the Major Arcana cards, but I will say there are things changing. And it's kind of coming from within you, yeah? And certain things do have to change now, but maybe in ways that could have been unexpected, yeah? Somebody saying we will be together again, yeah? And this is like a reflection of you coming back together with yourself. And maybe a situation that you thought was not going to happen is coming back around again for you, and this time it is absolutely going to happen, because mainly you just do love yourself so much now, and you've had the wake-up call, or you're having the wake-up call as we speak. You know, there's been loads going on, I can see that. And probably because of all the progress you've been making, Spirit has been bringing in this good news for you, because Spirit knows that you have been doing multiple things to try to move your life forward. So Spirit is sort of blessing you, really. Oh yeah, look at this. Spirit is saying higher education. So you're going to the higher realms, you know, take that however that resonates. It doesn't have to mean that you're necessarily going into university, but you're taking things to the next level in your life, and Spirit is blessing you with a higher level of clarity, and basically your life moving to the next level. Yeah, your life is moving up to a higher level. So I'm sending you lots of love for that. It's very nice for Leo there. Okay, so we're going to go into Aries next. Aries for Monday and the week ahead. Let's see what we get. Oh, reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. So there is some sort of energy here, Aries, of somebody wanting to reunite with you, you know, but also that is an energy reflecting because you're reuniting with yourself. You're really remembering who you are, your core energy, you know, as a child, how you naturally are, how you always naturally were. And it's beautiful when you can feel that energy just radiating through you, and somebody's feeling that and they're just drawn to you. They can feel your true energy and they just want to connect with you, but that's because you really wanted to connect with that energy and you wanted to come home to it, you know. And you've got the Queen of Pentacles. You really know who you are. You've been getting visions in your Golden Pentacle. You know that you're doing a lot better. You probably are starting to communicate with more people in terms of just your goals and your life, and how it all comes together. So you might be cooperating more with other people now, and you're just really grounded in yourself and reconciling a lot of things with yourself at this time. And then as such, you are really going to make things happen now, because you've got the King of Wands. So this is a very dynamic time. You're much more balanced here energetically. So that's why you're now in a position to really make things happen from a very grounded, knowledgeable place within yourself. So you're quite a force to be reckoned with. And that's why obviously somebody is wanting to connect with you, or a situation even that you may have visited late, you know, previously in your life, and the situation could be revisiting you at this point. You're really arriving, you're really supporting yourself spiritually and emotionally, and you are going to be receiving blessings. Okay. And it's just such an amazing energy here for Aries in this soul family at this time. You are coming into such a good balance, and you're going to notice it within yourself that you just are more balanced. And it's in a very strong way, very stable, but it's gentle. It's not ego at all. This is just like naturally where you're at. Somebody is thinking about you and they are waiting for a sign from you, you know, and I think this is where you've been a lot more tuned into yourself, and you've been you know, just observing and sensing yourself and noticing and then following the signs that you get, you see. And that's where you're really working from your truth in your life, and you're really showing up for yourself emotionally and spiritually. And Spirit is just so proud of you, and Spirit is going to be bringing you blessings the next week or so. Gilbert's snoring like he's having a dream. He's having a dream, bless him. Okay, Spirit is helping you. Oh, look at this, my God. You found it, okay? You found it. Spirit is saying yes. You found it. You found Spirit. You found yourself. You found the Golden Pentacle. You know, you found the Ace of Wands. You found the Ace of Cups. I mean, the balance is immense. Spirit is confirming you've had a breakthrough. You are having a breakthrough, and it is going to take things forward for you now in untold ways, okay? So, you know, I think somebody is definitely sensing this, and I think somebody is definitely, or a situation is almost just waiting for you to just grab it. It's really quite amazing, okay? So I'm sending you lots of love, Aries. Let's go into Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius for Monday and the week ahead. Let's see what we get for you. Okay, deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, okay? So somebody you're connected with may sometimes be falling into a false identity, and it's not really who they are. You know, and we all do it. We all do it. We all have one because of our... It's the critical inner parent part of us, the superego, and it creates a persona to survive childhood, and we start to think that's who we are. And sometimes we fall into that persona and we think too much. We overanalyze things too much, and then we start to act in ways that are not really who we are. So somebody's been doing that around you, and you know, you might have great compassion for that person, or you might feel quite sometimes, you know, irritated by it as well, or frustrated by it. But Spirit is obviously saying that, you know, sometimes you still do the same, and sometimes you do listen too much to your critical inner parent, and you don't really just embrace your soul, you know, and sometimes there is a bit of that going on with you as well. And, you know, it's the same for all of us. Until we're fully enlightened, we're all going to do that. So there's nothing really wrong with it. It's all helping. You know, basically the main thing about that is that if somebody is doing that, dropping into a false ego identity and not really being their true selves with you, it's just helping you to awaken more and more to your true self, isn't it? And that can only be a positive thing, really, in the long run. You are much more aligned. You are really starting to go for it, you know, and you have a long-term commitment to your vision for your life. You're receiving money from multiple sources. This is a very good energy because it's like you're inspired and you're ready to go for it, but at the same time you are grounded, and you know, you're being responsible. You're having a breakthrough about who you are. Yeah, and you're owning it. You're walking in your truth, and I just don't think you will worry about anything, actually. I think perhaps, you know, like when I started off the reading, and some people might have got annoyed with what I said about, you know, sometimes listening to the critical inner parent too much and dropping into an identity that's not really you. You know, we all do it, like I said, and maybe I feel from these cards you're having a breakthrough about that, and you're just like, actually, I don't need to be anything that anyone wants me to be. I don't need to compare myself or my life to anybody else, and I know who I am. That's the Queen of Pentacles, you know. Sometimes it is a challenge to be who I am, you know, because you are a god or a goddess, okay, Sag? You really are a god or a goddess, and so it's cool, really. You're embracing it, and you're like, yeah, I don't have to, you know, you certainly don't want, whoever this person is, you certainly don't want them to act in a way that's not really who they are. And you're realising more and more, yeah, I don't want to do that either. Who cares what other people think? You've got total breakthroughs here and clarity over where you're headed and how you're living your life. And you mean business. And somebody says here, I don't react when people mention you. Oh dear. So somebody does get very triggered by you. Yeah. Somebody does get very triggered by you. And that's just a mirror to the fact that, you know, you still have the ability to get quite triggered at times about this person as well. So you equally both get triggered about each other. But I think you're having such a breakthrough now. Such a breakthrough. Such clarity over this situation. You know, perhaps you won't get so triggered anymore. You know, perhaps you won't get so triggered by this person anymore because you're not going to get so triggered by yourself because you freaking know who you are. So what's there to trigger about, really? Spirit is supporting you. This is cute. With sleep. Okay, there is obviously a hell of a lot going on, you know, and you've also got the card animals. It's like they're giving you healing, because you're having such breakthroughs and you're really walking in your power and you're really seeing things clearly. And you probably do just need a bit of gentle healing or rest. So I'm sending you lots of love. Right, let's go into Scorpio. Scorpio for Monday and the week ahead. Let's see what we get for you. A past life relationship. You have known each other before. Okay, so there's somebody in your vicinity who you have known before from a past life. And also this is a, you know, like a deeper message that you're connecting with yourself as you were in a past life. It's quite incredible because we bring our past life energy into this life and it sometimes gets very confused up with our karmas, and we have to break our karmas down to reveal, you know, who we actually kind of are, and who we actually were in a past life starts to shine through more and more. So there's something really deep going on with Scorpio at the moment. It's quite incredible, actually. You're not forcing things at all. You've been learning to just take a step back and just really flow. And also not just you're not forcing things and controlling things, and equally you're trying not to block things either. You know, you're just trying to be like an open vessel and say to yourself, right, what do I sense Spirit does want me to express? You know, and I think this is a new beginning for you in accepting yourself as a vessel for Spirit and being more true to how Spirit wants you to be in this life, you know, based off what you were like in past lives. You're tuning in to who you really are and you're not blocking it anymore, and you're just allowing yourself. Now, you may find it's hard because I think you're grieving something here. connected to, firstly, it's caused you a lot of mental health problems. But secondly, this is to do with an ego identity that you had, and it's just not you, I feel. Some of you, yes, there may be a relationship at this time that is you're grieving. Okay, it's very possible that you could be grieving an attachment. But on a deeper level, you could be grieving an identity that you thought you were, and you're realizing it's not actually who you are, and it's time for it to go. Okay, so I hope you can take that, because that is quite a deep message, but that's what I'm definitely being shown. The great thing is that out of doing this and honoring yourself and saying, I'm not going to be that person anymore because it's actually driving me crazy, you're actually going to get 2 opportunities that are going to be much more fulfilling spiritually and emotionally. Now, somebody here says, it was my fault, but I blamed you. So somebody in your past, or maybe in your present, has blamed you for things, but they do realise on some level that it kind of, they are responsible for part of what happened. Okay, it was my fault, but I blamed you. And again, that's just a mirror to you, that there may have been times where you've sort of just maybe blamed others, but you now realise that you now need to be responsible, and you're reaching a level of maturity where you're mature enough and spiritually evolved enough, conscious enough to say, actually, like, I can take responsibility. That was my karma, and I did engage with things that wasn't really me, for whatever reasons. You know, there's no point in blame or shaming yourself, because that is ego. But it's more just proactive to just be like, you know, that's what you're doing. You're being proactive. You're being very accepting and mature. Because I think you just realise, I want to let this go now. I want to let this go now. That period of my life, I'm done with it. I'm over it. You know, you might have to have some healing on yourself to just, you know, allow that attachment or that situation to be released. But it is, because I think you're just returning to who you are, and you're going to receive 2 beautiful opportunities here from this. Spirit is advising you to pause. So yes, there is some release work that you're going to be doing. And because you're doing this very deep release work to reveal who you actually are, who you actually would have been in past lives, yeah, it's just our karma that obstructs us from being able to really view ourselves as this beautiful being of spirit. So you're releasing that karma, do you see what I mean, to reveal who you are underneath. And it's another level of your awakening. It's another level of maturity for you, which is going to make you a lot more grounded, a lot more peaceful, and embracing yourself in a way that you just never have before. So it's really cool. So it might be you're releasing an attachment, but it could just honestly be nothing to do with releasing an attachment to another person. It's just releasing somebody that you were acting like, and now it's like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. I don't need to. Do you see what I mean? So I'm sending you lots of love, Scorpio, because that's a very deep one there. But you're deep enough to deal with it because you're Scorpio, you know. Right, let's go into Pisces then. Pisces for Monday and the week ahead. Okay, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Spirit is basically saying to somebody in your vicinity that they should stay more optimistic about things to do with their love of themselves and their love of life, their own love life. Perhaps they need to be more optimistic, but it's also a message to you to be more optimistic. Okay, and the fact that the true romance is the romance of the self, you know. And so Pisces, you know, I think you're starting to realise that you do feel much more loving towards yourself, and you are starting to feel more optimistic, which is lovely. Okay, and you're being very, very like careful with your energy. You've been observing yourself a lot more carefully, and you've been realizing, yeah, I want to walk away from troubled times. I want to head towards the light. I want to be more optimistic now. I don't need to dwell on the past. And I certainly don't need to dwell on negative thoughts, because negative thoughts are just my critical inner parents, and I just don't need to pay attention to those negative thoughts. You're in a really great position, but you are having to do a lot of purging and releasing. Okay. You could be being helped by somebody along your path. Spirit is saying you're in a really good position now to release certain things that you no longer resonate with. It's gonna feel quite hard at times, but I think you basically do have absolute clarity over what you no longer resonate with, and ultimately you do feel optimistic because you know you're moving towards a better place. So it kind of all makes sense to you, and so you're actually feeling more positive, even though at times it's still quite hard work. Now, somebody's saying, I wish I could take back my words. So somebody does realise they've made mistakes in what they've said to you. I wish I could take back my words. But equally, you know, it's just a mirror to you that perhaps at the time that person was saying certain things, that was just a reflection of, you know, how long you'd been saying the wrong things to yourself, you know, and that was all energetically part of that time, if you like. You know, we only have the present moment, and I just think Pisces is moving on, moving forward. You're in a good position. I think you've got the right people around you now. You're optimistic. You know you're headed in a direction for you that's really good, and I think you just feel happy, very happy, to just release whatever else you need to now release. It's really good, and Spirit is actually saying they're going to be rewarding you. Reward. So, you know, Spirit does observe us. Spirit does know what we're doing, and you know, 2 3s equals 6, and 6 in the tarot is the Lover's card, and it is about regaining balance. It is about being at a crossroads in your life, and it is about you basically being at the point of, it's a bit mysterious for you at the moment, Pisces. You don't know exactly what is going to happen next. You've got a good sense that things are definitely getting better, you know, but you also do know that you're not going to find what you want until you really do find yourself. And that's, I think, what you feel more optimistic about now. I think you've got a good sense of who you are. And it's like, yeah, I don't need to rely on anyone. I don't need even to rely on certain things out in my life happening, because I've got me. How cool is that, you know? So I'm sending you lots of love and peace, Pisces, because I think you're starting to feel good. I think you're starting to feel very, very good, even though there's still some things yet to come that you may not have all the knowledge on. I think you just feel good because you're just like, things are getting better for you all the time. So lots of love. Lots of love. Let's go into Cancer. Cancer for Monday and the week ahead. So let's see what we get for you. Okay, give your relationship a chance. So somebody is being called by Spirit to give their relationship with you a chance. Okay, and you know, you may as well notice that to yourself, but ultimately it's about giving yourself a relationship with yourself. You know, putting your relationship with yourself first and giving that a chance before you make any big decisions or any rash actions. You're actually realizing my relationship with me is what all of this is about. So I want to get that really good. You have been grieving. You have been doing a lot of release work, okay, to do with things that you just don't resonate with anymore. And it's all sort of been a bit like, sometimes could have felt a bit emotional and a bit like a slippery slope if you dwell on it too much. But I don't think you're doing that. I think you are sensing that there's two really good opportunities for you going forward, and you're sort of hanging on to that. You know, Spirit is bringing in two really good opportunities, and it's an opportunity to care for yourself. It's an opportunity to finally really emotionally and spiritually support yourself and really arrive in your life as you really are. So it's like, I could go, like the old me might have gone down a bit of a negative road, but actually I'm not going to do that this time, because I can actually now see, instead of seeing it in a negative way, I can now see that this is a positive thing in my life, because it's an opportunity whereby I can really take care of myself, and I haven't done that before properly. Now you might feel like an outsider at times, you know, but there's some happiness coming from that. It's almost like liberating. It's almost like, I freaking love being different. I freaking love being an outsider. And you do seem to have a friend or somebody that's in your team, and it's like you're both unconventional or outsiders together. And it's like, actually, this is really quite fun. It's making me happy to just embrace me, and I'm actually okay about what I see when I look in the mirror. And you're accepting yourself on such a fundamental level. You're not trying to change who you are anymore, you know. There's none of that there. It's like, this is really accepting me. And this is so funny just saying that. Somebody connected to you saying is, I am becoming a better person. And again, I don't think we have to become better. That was always something that was put into me. Try your best. You need to be better. But actually, none of us need to be better. What we need to be is true. Just true to how Spirit made us, and accept that. And that is what you're doing. And I think, you know, that's what somebody connected to you is actually starting to do as well. You know, this is about really accepting yourself and saying, I'm not just going to try and be better all the time. You know, who wants to be better? If we try to be better, we're just trying to be like everyone else, aren't we? And that's not who we are. So I think somebody's trying to embrace you more because you are embracing you more. Does that make sense? Spirit is saying, speak your truth. How amazing is that? So there you go. The other one you've got is, interestingly, be brave. And I will show the last one. Triumphant. All three of those turned over. Speak your truth, be brave, triumphant. What more can I say, Cancer? It's a pivotal time. It really is. I'm sending you lots of love and peace. If you want to book in for a reading, you are very welcome. Just contact me. If you would like to do your natal birth chart, which is like your astrology chart, just contact me. I should just call it your astrology chart. I can help you understand it, because you might have done it with someone else before, but I can help you understand it from the way I work with it, which is a very simple, direct way. And or a tarot reading. Thanks for giving the videos a thumbs up, because it helps it get out across YouTube. And I am sending you lots of love, lots of peace for Monday and your week ahead across Gaia, wherever you are. Peace.